Hi everybody, Heidi, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you? I cannot make my mind up if we are straight. Are we straight? Oh, can you hear my tummy? I've just had my breakfast and it's very late. I've not got my watch on today, it's charging. Right. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you to the absolutely huggins and huggins of new subscribers we've had this week. Laptop and a new lot of wipes. I did the, what's it called? Baby wipe technique, and everybody went crazy for it. But what I couldn't explain, because some people got a bit uppity with me, and what I couldn't explain was the reason I was private messaging everybody is I'm not allowed to put the link to my tutorials on the Lavinia site, which I totally understand. If you join our group, Heidi-The Crafter, you can't put your links on it. So I 100% get it, but there was a few people that, well, there were two actually, that got uppity with me and told me not to bother messaging them because they didn't like the way I was doing it. Well, I weren't going to message you anyway. I was only messaging people that asked me. So, and because of all that, I'm in Facebook jail, I think. So this is really weird. My phone that I'm recording on now will not let me instigate a message, but I can receive them and reply. Yet my old phone, which I still use, well, Toby uses it a lot actually, I can instigate a message from that one. So I am totally confused. Am I in Facebook jail? Nobody's told me I am. I don't know how to find out if I am, but I'm just presuming I am. So I apologise for those that have just joined and that I had to do it through private message. There was no other way for me to give you the technique. So I really am sorry about that. And I'm sorry that you two people got a bit uppity. You didn't give me a chance to explain, so there's not a right lot I can do about it. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, I was doing something yesterday. I'm using multifarious Lavinia card. I was doing something yesterday and then I got a message asking me if I could do something with the horse and foal on it. So I shown Michelle what I was doing. She's the lady that asked about it. And this is now turned into a custom piece. So this I find really, really nerve-wracking, because when I'm just doing it for myself, it's not a problem, it's fine. But when I'm doing it for somebody else, it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, if you don't like it, Michelle, it's not a worry, because I can always redo it and do you something different. So Michelle seems to like my artwork. Well, I don't call it artwork, she does. Right, what I've done here, I've got a piece of Masking Magic. Obviously, you can see I used it yesterday. I'm going to alter these colours a little bit. I weren't a massive fan in the end up. That's a bit to one side, isn't it? I can cut it down. I'm not altering it. Right, so all I've done, I've got infinity dies. I've used the largest one, cut a piece out of the sheet of Masking Magic. You can use the Lavinia masking tape. It's absolutely brilliant, so you can't knock that. And all I'm doing, I'm putting some down sides because I'm a scruffy worker and I don't want it to touch the rest of my card. Not yet anyway. So I shouldn't make it down to the bottom here, but you don't know, it's me, isn't it? I'm just going to fold that over so I know where I am. And we're going to get cracking. Right, I think I've got everything ready, but it could possibly change on the way, because if I've shown you, this is yesterday, on my copy paper, that's how I play about. And then this is the actual, this has got extras and it's coming without and it's going with more, but that is how I play to get to where this is going. So we're going to start with a bit of Sahara. It's not a colour I use. and russet orange, which I like anyway. But no, the Sahara's not a colour I use, but it's time it got used. I've got it, use it. That's my thing for this year, using what I've got. So I'm taking a load of it off because I want to build up. So the design for this, why I started this one is because when I did this one at Christmas, I just absolutely loved how clean it was and everything, although this is going to be quite coloured. I just loved how clean it was, and it was just, although there's a lot there, it was clean, and I just loved that circle. So that's why this started. So that's where the beginning came from. When people say, where do you get your ideas from? That's where the beginning of this came from. So just keep building it up. I've decided on all, because that's my orange brush I'm going to use. I'm not a fan of the massive ones. This is number 9, I think. Yeah, these are 7. Yeah, 7. I prefer the 7s, but I'm using what I've got. Right, I don't want as much at the bottom because we're gonna, that's where it altered for me to start off with. I was just having floral in the middle, but Michelle wanted the horse and I didn't know where to put it, so it's going in the middle. That's my tummy making a noise. I'm going to use a bit of Sundance actually. I don't have it yellow. Oh goodness me, my tummy. Let me just see if I do have a spare brush. No, I thought I had, but I've got a small Gina. I've got all them little round ones, but I just want, this will have to do. I think these are smoother to go on than the little round ones. Don't want a lot of it, I just want it to, because that will stay yellow like that in the middle. That'll do for now. Right, I'm going to come in with a bit of the orange. Like I say, I used paprika yesterday and I don't think I want to use the paprika, so we'll just see. I might put a bit on it after I've put this orange in. Yeah, that's going more the colour I wanted. To think about which brush I was which ink I was putting it in then. Oh, that's a lot better than what I wanted. Than what yesterday was. So you see what it was yesterday. So just building it up and building it up. I think a lot of my ink pads are drying up. Time to buy some more, because they don't do re-inkers, so I think that could be it, you know. Let me have a sneaky. Come on, girl. Yeah. I'll just do one more go around. I really don't know whether to put some paprika in or not. And once I take this off, it's too late. No, I'm going to keep it just orange. Actually, that's the orange. I'll put They're not wrong lids. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Putting wrong lids on them. What I am going to do is... Where is my paprika? There it is. Here's my little moon. Not that you can see it when it's done, but we're still putting one in. Well, actually, it'll be a sun, won't it? I'm going to go... I'm going to move it more central, actually. I'll put it there. Yeah, that's perfect with the paprika. See, it did come into play. You never know. Never say never. I don't want it to be standing out massively. Hello. Quite like that. Right, that's your building up done. These go on the wall in front of me. I took all my masks off that were on the wall and I ripped all my wallpaper. That's how good they were. Watch it, I took them off before I'm supposed to. So what happens when you're just playing and you don't know where you're going with things. Right, I'm happy with that. First job we're going to do, we are using both Tree of Hope and Tree of Courage. Now if you noticed, I did use but I didn't like it. And I also sent the picture to Michelle, you know, as bits were done, and she didn't like it either, so more than happy with leaving that off. So we're putting one either side. Like I say, it looks like it's going to need trimming at one side. That's okay. And I'm going to ink up in... Now then, let's think how dark I want to go. I think I'm going to go pine cone. Am I? Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, I am. And what I want the bottom of the tree stump to sit level with the bottom of the circle. And ideally, I want the circle to come into there. So I can't see a thing when I can't lean over. I'm going to come about there. There's no going back now. Can you hear my tummy? That must just be digesting my Weetabix then, because I'm definitely not hungry. That's perfect. We're going to colour it in with watercolour pencils. A very, very, very quick colouring in. I don't like water on multifarious, but it works just for a tree. Same again, the other tree, so it's going to be facing the opposite way. Put that away. Same thing again. Try and get it as close to that circle as possible. I think that's good. I've got no videos left on my phone to upload, so I don't like being like this because it stresses me out. Then I feel like I'm panic making, and I don't want to do that. I like it when I've got 3 or 4 videos already loaded, ready to just, you know, put live, ready to press that button and say, there you go. because I'm using so many, I'm very happily going to put them away as I use them. So that was Tree of Hope and Tree of Courage. Yay, that's one stamp put away. And before we start, actually, let's put the, so we're going to be using the Fairy Path. Now then, don't know how many times to do this. And I'm going to do it in, I'm going to do it in grey, Morning Mist. Now I don't know, because I'm looking at my picture now and it doesn't stand out a lot, but then I don't want black. It's alright, we'll do it in grey because we can darken it up ourselves, can't we? So I might as well put this bit in. So you've got a little gap already when we're just gonna I'm actually going to move it a bit over. So it's going to be on top of the branch, but you won't be able to see, you won't notice it after. I'll make sure my hands are clean. So this time, we're going to stamp it again, but we're going to leave the front off. So I probably want like the first 3 stones. I'm just going to put a big light on. I'm struggling to see here. Not saying it makes much difference, but it might to me. Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3. So there. 1, 2, 3. That should do it. And I'm putting it right up to the butt of the last step there. But I'm going to put it off to the side a bit. Am I? Yeah, go in there. Oh, that's perfect. I think I might do it again. Let's have a look. Oops. And then it brings it all the way down, doesn't it? I'm going to leave it because I can put it in after if I want to do it. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. So I'll put that stamp to this side because it might not be finished with. Right. So we're going to do the trees. And I've got... Oops, is that cable in your way? I'm using Van Gogh pencils. Just 3 random browns. Why is that cable coming through? Put that down there. Oh, times are ticking already. So, like I say, I don't really like putting water on this card. Although it takes it, I don't know where my sharpener is for that, and that's all yucky. Blunt. And we'll go, what colour are you? We'll go with this one. That's better. So we're just mixing them up a little bit. And as soon as water touches it, you then see your tree properly. I did it a bit different yesterday, I think. I used... Well, I might have to do it in a minute anyway, so I'll show you. I'm right off lines here. Your colouring does not have to be perfect. Not in the slightest. Let's just see what happens with this. Where's my paintbrush? That one. Oh, I thought I had a thin one out. Let's have a look. In fact, I might use this. It's not been wetted. Taking a little bit of water. Wet your brush, but then dab off the water, if you know what I mean. Just let it touch. Let's see what happens here. There you go. You could do it a bit darker. In fact, I think it was darker on my other one, but you have to wait until it's dry. And there you go. Because your circle is water reactive, it's also picking that up, which I quite like. I'll come back to them little thin bits in a minute. Yeah, I would have gone darker first if I'd have thought about it, but I can come back. It's not a problem. I love how it picks it up here. Right, I'm just going to show you what I did. That's really not dark enough at all. So if you get your colour that you want to use, can you see this at the side? You can, yeah. And wet it. It gives you, more or less just gives you your paint. And you just pick it up with a brush. There you go. I love it, mate. I think this is great. I don't know where my thin brush is, so I'm just going to use this one. You wet it. Find your little thin branches. It's not going to do it. I might have to do it after. Do you know what? It's not dark enough. Where's me? Let's try the Elements truffle. Dip it in the water. See if this does it. There you go. Perfect. Just need a steady hand for this one. That's picked that up perfect. Keep thinking I'm touching wet. There, look at the difference that makes. So this is Elements truffle. I'd just do this straight from get-go. Don't bother with your watercolours, unless you want two different colours, which was my idea. But I'm happy with this. Difference with sides, isn't there? See, this might be an hour video or so, but look how much time I wasted then, so you know it's not really going to take that long, is it? This is what I mean when I say I change my mind about things and do things different ways. You're watching this to learn, but I'm doing this to learn. No matter how crafty you are, you'll always carry on learning. Even these people that are very well known, they're still learning. I always said that about when you pass your driving test. It isn't until you actually pass your driving test, in my opinion, that you actually start learning. Because as soon as you go out on your own, that's it. Nobody outside here. I'll never forget when I passed my driving test. We already had a car together, me and Andy. And I said, right, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go see a friend. So I did. I went out and I drove to my friend's house. And when I got there, I was a nervous wreck. And I rang Andy to get the bus to come and pick me up because I wouldn't drive home. How bad is that? I still don't like driving. Right, I'm going to leave my trees at that. That needs cleaning off and I don't have any wet water. Oh, I do. Yeah, I didn't know I had that there. Right. To me, that's the worst bit out of the way. Put that away. Right. I'm just going to give it a quick blast because we're going to be working round that. It's the bottom of the trees I need to be dry. Right, just to get a bit of the colour in already. These are them Faber-Castell pastel pencils. I've also got my pastel chalks out because I don't know where this was going to go, so, and all I'm doing is giving it a scruffy bottom so that I can blend the trees in a bit. It does get better, I promise. And I'm just doing that all the way across. So that's just, I don't know if it has colours on them. Nope. But you can use any. I'm just literally I'm shading, if you like. See how grey they were just by putting a little bit of black on. I mean, you don't notice the steps much once everything else has gone in anyway. And it does look like a scruffy way to work, but it works. I'm more or less just putting it where, when Tracy's designed it, where your dots are. I'm just doing that. And then I'm taking a darker green just to start off where the green's going to go. So we're not doing out perfect. I do love it when it smudges like that. How it's grounded, that I just think it's lovely. Right, I think the first thing I'm going to do is stamp the horse. Where are you? Here we go. Tell you, I've got everything ready today. We're using Horse and Foal, this one. Now then, do I stamp or do I do the grounding? I'm going to stamp. So I am going to put you in the middle. There, I think. And what I'm going to do, if it'll fit, I don't think it fits actually. Ugh. Right, we'll just go in for it. And we'll have to use as black pen, which I don't have ready for me. Why don't I have the black pen ready? Oh dear. No, don't know where it is, so we've just got to hope that it stamps. Now, this is newly re-inked. You can even see where it's re-inked. So, please work. I can even see all pitting in it. I think it's because I clean my stamps with baby wipes. It leaves bits of hairs on it. So I need to start using the actual stamp cleaner, which I do have. Right, here goes. So we're going to have a bit of grass. We're going to put them. Maybe about there. Fingers crossed. Where is that black pen? I've got absolutely everything ready. Come on, soak it up. Soak it up. Right, here goes. Oh, yes. Newly re-inked. Love it. Should put a bit of fresh ink on before I stamp out every time. Love that. Put that away. Another one done. Right, so now we'll ground him. Them. Actually, I used this yesterday. This is your Lavinia stamps. They have loads of different, you know, shape sizes of you can't see them, can you? Yeah, masks. So actually I'm just going to use that. I'm going to make sure the feet are in it. And to start with, because I didn't want any green in this, I mean, I put green in it yesterday and I didn't like it. So I'm going to start with a bit of Sahara and hope that that looks a bit muddy, you know, so they're standing. I know what I mean. You'll understand once I've done it. Let's hope this works. I'm only going to do it next to the feet because if needs be, I will put green underneath. Oh, that's gone on very dark, but that is what I wanted. Just didn't think it'd be that dark. Oh well. Let's have a look. Oh, that's good. I like it. And I want a bit off, just to fill that in a bit. Oh, I love it. So much better than putting the green in. Still may put a bit of green down here just to pull out the picture, but I'm more than happy with that. So if you look yesterday, I chucked bits of green in and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. but I love that. I'm dead happy with that. Right, I'm going to take my green just to start building up where the green's going to be. Right, I'm going to use a bit of lime punch. Again, I'm just building a little bit up. I'm not doing it all yet. Yeah, that's just okay, is that? I think I will put another stepping in. I'll do that in 1 second. But we are going to be using pan. So to get pan, wherever that next step's going to go, I want pan. See, he's going to have his head in the tree and what have you. I want him around there. May come down a little bit further because we're having Pippin as well. I could put Pippin in a different place. So let me just grab them steps before we carry on with green. So I want the bottom 3 again. One, 2, 3. Should work. And I want it to come straight down this time. Do I? Anywhere there. I'll probably cut this bottom bit off. Yeah, that's really good. I'm happy with that. Just put it away. Done. Just grab them. Where did I put them pencils? Grab that green. See, I used the new stones as well to put in on the other one, and I didn't like that either. You know, from the new release. So they're not going in either. There, like that. That gives it some right depth at stairs then. Stepping stones, whatever they are. That's good for now. So I'll put a bit more of this in. Sorry about time, guys. We'll do the stamping in a second. Put a bit of floral in. Right. Just in case I don't take it off, I'm going to put some green down here. Right, I'm going to put a bit of floral in. And what I'm going to use Can't do with that outside of me. It really throws my eyes when there's ink there. So we're going to use the silhouette foliage set and maybe some lavender. Oh, forget that one now. Get them all out, then I can just keep using them, can't I? So let's have a look. Right, we're not stamping up the green, just the flower bit. So we're going with different colours. So for this one I'm going to go Fantasia. And we're just going to keep using a little bit of scrap paper so that these are behind the tree. That looks okay. Put one over it. I think maybe that should have the green, but we're just going to go with the colour. That's okay. That's quite nice actually. And we'll put one round. Let's go here. I was going to put second generation, but I'm not going to bother because I want to put some other colours now. Take that one off. I'm going to do this one with the blue. Now I don't know whether to put a bit of the stem on this one. Let's have a look. No, because it'd be right up in the face, wouldn't it? So we just want a... Yeah, that's perfect. That blue comes out lovely on top of that ink. It's a lovely colour. I'll go up here. You could skip this bit if you want, but I just think it gives it that little bit more. They're not just stood there random, are they? If you know what I mean. Again, I'm just using the flower bit. One more. Okay. And I think we'll use this one. And I want to go, I wanted to go purple, but you might. Let's have a look at pink. I'm going to put a bit of green on the stem because it's so small, you might actually need a little bit. Yeah, that looks okay. Right, last bit I think. Perfect. I'm just going to leave them out a minute because we may end up using them. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the field grass with Golden Meadow don't know if it'll look right in the middle, but let's have a look. One more. Happy with that. I did want to put some mushrooms, but I don't think there's room for them up there now. But what I am going to do, let's have a look. Where are my mushrooms? Here they are. I'm just going to use the tiny ones. I don't have a name for them yet, I don't think. I'm still working on them. I think I'm going to do them in red. Where's my red? Where is my red? No red. Is that the only colour I didn't get out? Yeah. I'm just going to check first, see what I think. Oops. Yep, because I'm going to colour them in, so that's absolutely fine. I'm wait till I've done pan on the other side before I decide if I'm putting any over there. That's fine. Get my green. I think I might do it in pine. Oh. Thought I'd already got a darker one ready. Literally just going over the edge. I think I'm going to go for a darker one. Just to make them look like they are buried in a bit of deep green grass. I want it a bit deeper than that. I think next time I'll use the Vespine Clair for this. That's fine. Right, I'm going to stamp pan, Pippin, and one of the whimsical hairs. So we'll go pan first and I can work across this way. Use my newly stamped one again. Come on, don't let me down. Right, where am I putting you? That's the main thing. I'm gonna go here because I want Pippin as well. Here goes. I think last time I had him quite a bit further in, but I'm alright with this. I did want some bigger flowers, but I don't know what I've done with them. I didn't use them last time, so it's not like I didn't get them ready. Oh, we'll go with smaller ones. It's okay. Right, are you ready, kid? Are you ready? Yeah, I'll take that. You could do with a little bit, but don't know where it is. Where is it? How can you lose a Posca pen? I have no idea. Unless it's under this slot. No, we're going with what we've got. That's it. It's done. Right, now we're going to put Pip in at the side of him. Pippin can go there. That's done well. And then one of the whimsical hairs, am I using two different ink pads here? They've both just been re-inked, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put him down here. All the top bit, apart from some highlights, is done. So I'm not doing anything with the tree now. See, perfect. So what I'm going to do, right quick, I don't like doing it this way because it takes a long time, but because it's newly inked, it's not going to take a long time. And I don't have my paintbrush, so there you go. You can't see it going through him now. I'll do. I think others are fine. Perfect. I'll do. Right, what next? What next? What next? You hear me shout. Where's that white line? Ah, now I've found it. It's not a, what do you call it? It's a Sharpie. Don't need it now. I just want my white liner a minute. Because I want to put a definite line between the hat and his head. That'll just, it'll mix in. You won't notice the difference when we're finished. Right, I'm just going to take a bit more green, but I'm going to use the chalk pastels. I'm not doing a lot of highlighting. it does need a bit of green in here. Now, really, you should have done it before I stamped these, but if you do the chalk first, it's really, really hard to get a proper image stamped, really hard. So I tend not to bother and just wing it with this. So I just want it to be coming out of the sorry, I've gone quiet. That's it. I love that, May. I love what it does. Look at that. You don't have to be an artist, you know. I just love that. I don't know whether to bring some in from the sides or leave it quite light. I'm going to do some shading under the bums. I'll spray this after just to seal the colours. You can use hairspray. I just use a fixative. Right, I think what I might do, wipe my hands on my bum, is just bring a bit in that way. Looking back now, I would have done that a different colour, definitely. But it's okay. Don't put green on the top. And I'm just going to take a bit of the grey, because some of the green's gone in. You can do it with black if you want, but it just seems a bit harsh to me. I love that, not putting the green in there. I think it's lovely. Really don't like that bit. Although, I wonder. There we go. Now I do. Right, what we're going to do now, I'm going to take the large field glass, I don't know what you call it, same colour. Actually, just stop. We're going to do some shading first. I'm not shading in any way of anything, I'm just the shadow straight down as far as I'm concerned. That'll do. I'm not very good at shading, so this is, I always more or less shade the same way, me. I have it coming down or literally just from one side. I can't do it from left, it has to be from right. Very odd. That's my shading, and I think it looks alright. I love that. I mean, the shading does make a massive difference, doesn't it? So a few flowers, and I'm just having them coming up very large from the bottom. Oh, I don't know where my big flowers are. No, we're doing it without. I don't know if these ones will look right. Let's put a couple in. So we went blue with this one, didn't we? And I'll have to put the stalks in because they're not hiding. But we're only putting a couple in. Yes. Go purple. What colour did we do that in? Pink. It looks of it. And I think we'll just go straight onto the shading of the horse because I want to see if something will work. One more. Right, I just want to put one there. That'll do. I know it's a long video and I'm really sorry. Really, really sorry. But that's what happens when you're doing a scene and not a card. Right, just right quick then. Some bits I'll show you what I'm going to do offline, but I just want to do this bit. So I broke my, there you go, broke it again. My white pastel. I had these sent to me off somebody and we've worked out they're for nails. But I want to pick up a little bit of this. And I'm going to highlight it with it. Rather than use the pen and smudge it, I think this just gives a, look at that, it gives it such a lovely look. Watch what it does to Pan's face. Oh, I had a big bit in it. I'll sort it out. But it gives him an actual shadow on his face rather than the lines that you smudge. Look how different it looks. It's so good. Sorry, I knocked that with my glasses. Right, guys, I'm going to go. But before I go, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing. Smudge that on there a bit. I'm just going to be putting some white dots on these flowers, just to make them stand out a little bit. And that's it, it'll be done. I'm going to finish the highlighting. And I've got a few different base colours out. I will ask the person who's buying it which one they want. So I'm going to go because it's got late, but you know what I'm doing. I'm just highlighting, and then I'm just going to highlight the flowers a little bit. Right, I'm off, and I'll catch you later, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody.